A historical source is anything that provides information about the period that you're studying. And there are two types, primary and secondary. Why is it important to read both primary and secondary sources when learning history? Well, both types of sources offer us something different when we're trying to understand an event. Recall the difference between primary source and secondary source. The word primary means first, so it makes sense that a primary source is a first-hand account of an event. First-hand means that it comes directly from the time period under study, like a diary entry or a photograph of an event. A secondary source is a second-hand account. Secondary sources are more removed from the event under study because they're an interpretation of the primary sources that were left behind. Here's an example. We know that people were forced to ration food during the First World War because of primary sources such as food coupons, war posters, and correspondence between families. These items come directly from the period under study and give us concrete evidence that something happened. Secondary sources use this evidence to provide an interpretation or another view, like this essay about food rationing in Canada by historian Ian Mosby. When we gather information and tell others about it, we are creating a secondary source. So, when you write about the past, you will start by finding and examining primary sources to get a foundation for your ideas. Then, you will look for books or articles that others have written about the event. These are secondary sources, and the authors may have examined the same primary sources that you did and come to different conclusions about the event. That's okay. When doing research, it's important to gather first and second-hand accounts to formulate your own opinion of the past. Just remember, primary first, secondary second.